What's going on, YouTube? So right now we're doing part 2 of how to install a door lock and latch, and also a review on the Ryobi Latch Install Kit. The door latch, my nemesis. Every time I put a new door on, the hardest part is this right here. So what I used to use all the time was the chisel, and even though this thing works great, it's still a pain in the butt because you have to be spot on. This right here, the Ryobi Latch Install Kit, it is cheap. I think I paid like $9 something for this, almost 10 bucks. Man, does it work wonders. I'm really excited to show you all this. It really has a lot of different features to it. So just to show you, this is the strike plate here, right? Let me zoom out a little bit. Strike plate. And what's nice about this is you can do a square edge, or you can just pop this out, push that in the back, and that comes out. And you can also do a rounded edge. So all you have to do is flip that back over, and there you go. So you have to have the hole drilled out first, cut out first, before you can actually use this. And it comes with the fence. It's right here, and that comes out, and I'll show you. It's also a miniature screwdriver. So it comes with 2 bits right here, Phillips straight head, and that goes in like this, which you're probably not going to use that all that much, but it's a nice little feature. And now you can screw in your latch if you want. The problem with the latch is that once you cut out the hole, you have to make sure that it sets in correctly. Now you can use a router, but I was always sloppy with the router. This right here is very clean. So not only can you cut the hole, or I'm sorry, the actual latch out, this right here, this little chisel, this little scraper, helps you remove that. So I'm going to show you that. So once again, your latch is not sitting flush to the door, and that's not going to work for you. So what you got to do is actually remove a piece of that. So this piece right here is going to slide into the hole, and let's see here, this is a rounded edge, and we have the rounded piece there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right there. So now what I need to do is grab a hammer, and I am going to strike this on this side and this side to make this impression. Okay, so I got my fence on here, and just so you can see that, it is right here. Now this is going to be hard. It's probably not going to come out perfect because, you know, I got these on horses. They're not hanging. The door's not hanging, so it'll be so much easier if the door's hanging. This is going to move around on me a little bit, but I just want to give you an idea of how this actually works. So I'm going to do my best here. Don't judge me. All right, so ready? I'm going to hit this. You can see it's moving. It's a little tough. Yeah, it's moving around on me here. So let's see if I can pull that back. I want to make sure that you get that in. Okay, so I moved around a little bit on me. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can zoom in here, zoom out. So you can see now I have this area here that now I can score. Okay, so now what we have is this little piece right here. You can do this one of 2 ways. Me personally, I like to use a chisel, or you can use this right here. This is actually built in, it's like a little chisel. So let's see how this thing works out. We're gonna come over here, you're gonna strike it on the sides now. Just one. You don't want to go too far. You try not to break this off here. Like I said, this is an old door, so I don't really care, but and you can get a chisel and clean that up a little bit right here. All right, so let me clean this up a little bit here, and I'll be right back. All right, so I didn't even really have to clean that up all that much. I mean, literally, I just kind of scraped around the edges here. You can see this is a nice cutout for that latch. So let's see how this fits in. Voila. So now all I have to do is screw those in, and that's it. Your doorknob goes down in, And there's your latch. So that works perfectly. It's nice and flush to the door, and so much easier than trying to mess around with a router, or if you do use a chisel, you're not going to get it perfect all the time. It's just boom, you put that in and you can see the pieces that are still in there. So I'll have to take that out. A piece actually broke off when I was doing that. But you can see you can go either way with this. You can go, the rounded edge. Let me zoom out a little bit. You can go to rounded edge, a square edge, whatever you want, and it just goes right in there like so. And you're just gonna beat on that thing right there, and it's sturdy, and it goes in perfectly. Look at that. So there is the Ryobi Latch Installation Kit, and it works awesome. It's sturdy, it's easy to use. Like I said, I did that on a pair of cheap sawhorses, and it worked great for me. It might not be perfect, but if that was hanging, that door wouldn't go anywhere. You could smack that and you wouldn't have to worry about anything moving on you. If I had to give this a 1 to 5 star, 1 being the worst and a 5 being the best, man, this is getting a 5 star. So much easier, so much easier. So I love this tool. I highly recommend it. So the next video, the part 3 of this video, is going to be the actual hinge install. And that right there is what we'll be using. This is from Ryobi as well. And this is a nice little tool. Might look a little intimidating, but it's really not. It's actually very simple to use. So if you like this video, if it's helped, please thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you on part 3.